The hidden dangers of outdated P&IDs. Outdated piping and instrumentation diagrams, P&IDs, are more common than you think. In many process facilities, incorrect P&IDs are an unfortunate reality. While they may seem like simple technical drawings, P&IDs are critical documents that capture how process systems are designed, interconnected, and controlled. They create the foundation for safe, informed decision-making at every stage of a facility's life cycle. But here's the real question. How often are your P&IDs reviewed, verified, or updated to reflect actual field conditions? And more importantly, are you confident that your teams are making decisions based on accurate information? How inaccurate P&IDs led to disaster. In 2019, a tragic explosion occurred at KMCO's facility in Texas due to the release of approximately 10,000 pounds of flammable isobutylene. One worker was fatally injured, two others severely hurt, and nearly 30 more sustained injuries. The impact extended far beyond the site, resulting in the company's eventual bankruptcy. When the Chemical Safety Board conducted a post-incident investigation, it learned that the root cause was an incorrect P&ID. Here's what the incident analysis uncovered. The Y strainer P&ID was out of date. Strainers, check valves, and manual isolation valves were missed because of this P&ID error. This incorrect document resulted in an incorrect process hazard analysis, PHA. Further, PH as subsequently overlooked important information due to this lack of visibility. The cumulative errors resulted in fluid buildup, which created dangerous pressure levels. These findings indicated that the incident pointed to and originated from incorrect P&IDs. The points of error were significant enough to result in incorrect PHA, results in multiple critical assets, which cumulated into this catastrophic failure. As a result, this incident illustrates how inaccurate P&IDs are not just technical issues, but rather safety-critical gaps with potentially devastating outcomes. Small errors, big consequences. In the process industries, mistakes don't usually all come from people ignoring protocol. They also happen when protocols are followed using incorrect information. According to the Center for Chemical Process Safety, CCPS, 45% of major process incidents stem from failures in process knowledge management and management of change, both of which rely on accurate P&IDs. P&IDs that are missing equipment or lines, haven't been updated to reflect plant changes, or are out of sync with control systems become latent errors. They're hidden vulnerabilities. They linger unnoticed for years until conditions turn them into serious incidents. These errors can compromise emergency response procedures, confuse maintenance teams, and invalidate safety audits. Over time, this undermines not just safety, but regulatory compliance and operational efficiency. The cost of inaction could be uptime, long-term credibility, and even lives. In the days of physical document control, these risks weren't as prevalent. A single P&ID stored in a document library acted as the definitive source of truth. Updates were tightly governed through management of change, MOC processes. But as facilities transitioned to digital file systems, that discipline fractured. Drawings became duplicated or misplaced altogether. Without strong digital governance, MOC became harder to enforce, and critical discrepancies began slipping through the cracks. What started as a move toward convenience inadvertently created new pathways for risk. What we've learned and why it matters. This tragic example reinforces the fact that P&IDs are not one-and-done drawings. They must evolve with the facility, reflect real-time field conditions, and serve as trusted references during every PHA, maintenance check, and emergency event. Organizations must treat P&ID accuracy as a living responsibility rather than as a static deliverable. From process safety to operational efficiency, bad data leads to bad decisions, and in worst-case scenarios, catastrophic outcomes. How we help you stay ahead of risk. At ReVisionz, we guide our clients toward digital maturity by transforming the way they capture and manage asset information such as P&IDs. Our approach prevents the kinds of oversights that can lead to safety incidents like the one above. Here's how we do it. Create structured, centralized sources of truth that support ongoing safety and compliance initiatives. Develop and enforce management of change processes to ensure changes are captured and documentation are updated. Digitalize legacy documents into structured format to improve accuracy, traceability, and searchability. Align engineering data with maintenance systems, control platforms, and hazard analysis tools. By starting with a strong digital foundation, organizations can proactively manage change, reduce hidden risk, and foster a culture of informed decision-making. Be proactive, not reactive. The next incident is preventable. With ReVisionz as your partner, you can close the knowledge gaps that hide in outdated diagrams and prepare your team with the tools they need to operate safely and efficiently. We've seen the impact of data blind spots, including missed warnings, preventable incidents, and costly downtime. Our job is to help you get ahead of those risks. With ReVisionz guiding you on your digital journey, you'll have the clarity and systems you need to operate smarter and safer every day. Reach out to our team of experts today. About the contributor. Kirk Gibson, president of ReVisionz North America, leads daily operations, sales and marketing, and strategic partnerships while advancing the company's long-term vision. He focuses on executing strategic goals for growth and delivery excellence while driving ongoing innovation in ReVisionz offerings, strengthening client alignment, building industry partnerships, and maintaining strong organizational performance. With over 17 years of global experience in performance improvement and strategy implementation across oil and gas, petrochemicals, and manufacturing, Kirk brings both strategic insight and practical expertise to achieving success for clients and the company. And as a former U.S. Army captain, he applies a disciplined, mission-focused approach to leadership,